Hello everyone. Today we will see how to calculate probabilities of normal distribution. So the first point is area under the curve. Suppose we are given that x is a continuous random variable having normal distribution with parameters mu and sigma square. Then its PDF is given by f of x equals to 1 upon sigma root 2 pi e raised to minus 1 upon 2 sigma square into x minus mu bracket square. X lies between minus infinity to infinity, mu lies between minus infinity to infinity, and sigma square is positive. Suppose we want to obtain probability of x greater than a, then this area can be obtained by using our formula a to infinity into f of x dx. Then if we substitute this PDF here, then it becomes little bit tedious to obtain it. So for that purpose, we will first convert that variable into standard normal variable by using this transformation. This is x minus mu upon sigma, and this is the variable z, which is standard normal variable. Then we are going to calculate these probabilities by using standard normal probability distribution table, which is easily available to us. Similarly, if we want to obtain probability of x lies between a to point b, then this is the formula: integration a to b f of x dx. So similarly, we have to first convert these probabilities. This is a minus mu upon sigma, x minus mu upon sigma, and this is b minus mu upon sigma. Then the central part is a z. So we have converted this variable to standard normal variable. Then we are going to obtain these probabilities by using standard normal table. So this is phi of b minus mu upon sigma minus v of a minus mu upon sigma. So this is actually the CDF, means cumulative density function, and from that we can obtain these probabilities by substituting the values of a, b, mu and sigma. The next point we will study is median of normal mu comma sigma square. So we have the PDF of normal distribution as f of x equal to 1 upon sigma root 2 pi e raised to minus 1 upon 2 sigma square into x minus mu bracket square. I am not writing here the range. Now if we want to obtain the median, let us suppose that this point A is a median. Then by definition we know that probability of x below median or below A equals to probability of x greater than or equal to A. This is half. So this we know that. Then we can substitute. So integration from minus infinity to A f of x dx, integration a to infinity here into f of x dx, this must be equals to half. Then we will substitute the PDF of normal distribution. This is 1 upon sigma into root 2 pi. Here we will substitute it later. We know that these probabilities are equal. So integration from minus infinity to a into e raised to minus 1 upon 2 sigma square this constant term is taken outside. Now we will make here substitution in both sides. So y equal to x minus mu upon sigma. So we will use this substitution for further. So x equals to mu plus sigma y and dx will be sigma dy, and the range of y here will get changed due to the range of x. Range of x is here from minus infinity to a, so range of y will be from minus infinity to a minus mu upon sigma. So here the range gets changed into e raised to minus 1 upon 2 y square sigma dy. Similarly, I will put here the range of this side will get changed by a minus mu upon sigma to infinity e raised to minus 1 upon 2 y square sigma dy. Here the term sigma gets cancelled. Then further we will substitute y equals to minus z in LHS and y equals to z in RHS of the above term. So this is the substitution which will make the change in range also. So here it will be 1 upon root 2 pi into integration. Here the range will be from infinity to minus a minus mu upon sigma into e raised to minus 1 upon 2. Here y equal to minus z. So it will be z square into minus dz. Then equal to 1 upon root 2 pi integrate. Here there will not be any change because we are just replacing this y with z into dz. Now here there is a negative sign and we can interchange this range due to this minus sign. So it will be minus a minus mu upon sigma to infinity. And by observing the two sides or by comparing these two sides, we can see that this term and this term are equal. So I am going to do it here. So minus a minus mu upon sigma equals to a minus mu upon sigma. If we solve this, then we will get twice a minus mu upon sigma equals to 0. Further, this 2 and sigma go to this side. So a minus mu equal to sigma, and finally we will get a equals to mu, that is our median for normal distribution is mu. Mu is mean for normal distribution. Here we have obtained median which is also equals to mu. Now we will see the next point. Now we will see the quartiles of normal distribution. So quartiles means Q1, Q2 and Q3. Here Q2 means median which we have already obtained. Then Q1 can be obtained by using the relation, that is probability of x less than Q1. We know that there is a 25% area before Q1. Then for obtaining such type of probability, we have seen that we can convert it into the standard normal distribution. So this implies probability of z less than Q1 minus mu upon sigma equals to 0.25. And by observing the standard normal probability table, we will have this. This value is obtained from standard normal distribution table. Then by comparing these two equations, I can write Q1 minus mu upon sigma will be equal to minus 0.67. We can solve this and we will get Q1 equals to mu minus 0.67 sigma. So this is the standard normal probability curve. Here is the point, suppose here is the point minus 0.67 and this area is 0.25 for standard normal distribution table. Similarly, the area before the 0.67 is also 0.25 because we know that normal distribution is a symmetric. So that's why the area below minus 0.67 and the area before 0.67 is same. So now I will obtain Q3. Q3 means third quartile. For that we will use this probability. So probability of x less than Q3 is 0.75. So this is 75% area is before third quartile. So now we will convert it into the standard normal. For simplification purpose, we can write this greater than, and here the probability will get subtracted from 1. So now we know that area before 0.67 is 0.25. So Z greater than 0.67 is 0.25. So observing these two equations, I can compare Q3 minus mu upon sigma. This will be equal to 0.67. And by solving this equation, we will get Q3. So here our Q3 will be mu plus 0.67 sigma. So we have obtained the two quartiles Q1 and Q3 for normal distribution. Now we will calculate its quartile deviation. We know the relation. Formula for QD is Q3 minus Q1 upon 2. If we solve this, then we will get 0.67 sigma. So this is the quartile deviation for normal distribution. Now we will obtain mode for normal distribution. So we have f of x then the method of obtaining mode is either we can take its logarithm or directly we can solve this by taking the first derivative, equating it to 0 and then checking the second condition for maxima, or we can take its log, then its first derivative, equate it to 0 and then we will check the second condition, that is second derivative should be less than 0. So we will solve this by using log. So log of f of x equals to log of this term plus log of this term. So minus 1 upon 2 sigma square. Then we will take derivative, first derivative with respect to x. So we will have this 2 here and x minus mu. Now we will equate it to 0 and we will have x minus mu equal to 0 means x equals to mu. So this will be the mode of normal distribution if this point has its maxima, means the second derivative of the term should be negative, non-negative. So we will take the second derivative and we can see here it is 1 upon sigma square negative, which is less than 0. So we can say that x equals to mu is the mode of normal distribution. So today we have seen how to obtain median, mode and quartiles of normal distribution. Also we have learned about how to obtain the area under the curve for normal distribution. Hope you enjoyed this lecture. Thanks for watching.